Mr. Nigatu, great to have you with us. A big day, I guess, for Africa, a big day for the African Union, getting a seat at the high table, becoming a permanent member at the G20. This must be getting a lot of attention and a lot of enthusiasm there in Africa.
Right. So, as you said, this is a big day for Africa, a big day, I think, for the global South, because Africa has been trying to, has applied for membership for a long time, and it finally came through today. I have to say, 54 countries coming together, being represented by the African Union is the ultimate, I think, testament that Africa is rising and the global community is recognizing the importance, especially when you consider that the world economy as we go forward is going to be very dependent, a lot of the raw materials that comes from Africa on the one hand, but geopolitically, excluding 54 countries for such a long time, I don't think was appropriate. But finally, I'm here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, which is the headquarters of the African Union. As you indicated in your intro, it's a big day for Africa, big day for the global South. I think African Union and Africa in general will make a very significant contribution in what is now being considered a priority agenda for rearranging the global order that was set by the West since 1945. So a big day.
So, you know, many here in India are saying that it's actually a moment of some pride for India that this happened under the Indian presidency. Prime Minister Modi got a chance to do it. There was that big bear hug between him and the leader of the African Union as Africa was welcomed out there. There's often been this talk about, you know, India and China vying for influence in Africa. So from that point of view, I guess, from an Indian point of view, this would be a moment particularly to cherish, that the Indian presidency was able to bring Africa onto the high table.
Absolutely. And I think, as you said, Prime Minister Modi should be given a lot of credit. He pushed hard since last year and even before that. So I think he deserves a lot of credit. India deserves a lot of credit. And the fact of the matter is the reason India was heard and was able to deliver not only the African Union thing, but a lot of things that was declared today, even that India, Middle East, Europe thing. I mean, it is credit to Prime Minister Modi. So yes, I absolutely. And also remember, India in the old days was a leader in the non-aligned movement. Now in this different kind of way, of course, the non-aligned movement is not a formal structure, but definitely India continues to lead. And the fact of the matter is that India is now the 5th largest economy in the world, speaks louder than anything else also for India to be heard. When it was a small economy, when it was outside of the top 10. But I think you have to take in context all the things. But the Indian leadership delivered. And as you said, to be honest with you, the G20 normally doesn't get a lot of attention in the media, including yours. But this one was, I mean, it got global attention. And that also is a credit to the Prime Minister.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Great that you could join us from Ethiopia, from Addis Ababa, on a big day for Africa and a big day for the African Union. Thank you so much for having been with us. So, as I said, it's been a really dramatic day. The Delhi Declaration finally came through. Lots in that. Lots of the developmental agenda was there. Talk about biofuels and biofossils. That's also there. Many bilaterals as well. And then, of course, the other steps that we've been talking about, which have been also happening on the sideline, that infrastructure push linking Europe to the Middle East onto India and the entry of the African Union into G20.